Hello, everybody. I'm Kirsten. This is Annie, and we're here today to talk to you about communication skills. And so we're going to get right into it. We actually recorded some segments so that we didn't have any technical difficulties. So we're going to get right to it.
Hi, I'm Annie Cow, a senior field engineer for Simpson Strong-Tie, and I'm excited to be here with Kirsten today to talk about techniques for elevating your everyday conversations. We really want to say thank you for taking an hour and a half out of your day to really do something that most structural engineers do, which is talk about things other than technical topics. As engineers, we are the experts in our field when it comes to everything structural design, but something that we don't really emphasize as much are the soft skills, the talking about communication and management and leadership. Those are things that some people are natural at. Others, like myself, something that you really have to develop over time. And so that's what we want to discuss today, are different techniques, whether they're conversational, networking, meetings, written, or even nonverbal, all the different areas that you can focus on to help improve those everyday conversations. Now, the big question is really why? Why are you spending this hour and a half here with us today? Again, we're not going over technical topics. This is probably the first seminar or webinar that you've been to for structural engineers that have to do with this communication topic. But the real answer is engineers have to work with others. As structural engineers, we interface with the building owners, the building departments, architects, homeowners. We have to pitch ideas and defend them. And we have to work with people outside of our field all the time. And this ability to communicate is really critical for engineers. Having an ability to read emotions and being aware of others is really one of the keys to success. When you're working with a potential client, they're probably asking themselves not only the question, is this structural engineer a recognized expert in the field, but they're also asking, is this somebody that I want to work with and spend time with on this project? And we want that answer, obviously, to be a resounding yes. So here's another big why, other than clients just wanting to work with you. The Project Management Institute did a great study in 2013 that looked at highly effective communicators and minimally effective communicators. And as you can see from this graph, highly effective communicators met original goals, were on time, and were within budget at a much higher percentage than the minimally effective ones. So you can see that not only is it important to be a good communicator so that people will want to talk with you, but it's also important because it also ensures that your projects meet the goals, are delivered on time, and within budget, which is something that all of the clients want. So what happens when these go wrong? Let's look at an example from the real world. Not sure if anyone knows what this picture is, but it's actually a picture of NASA's Mars Climate Orbiter in 1999. So with any NASA project, lots of teams work on different components of it. On this particular project, there was a team in Colorado that was the spacecraft team, and a team in California, which was the navigation team. They had communications on a day-to-day basis, but what their routine communications failed to uncover were some of the underlying assumptions that they used for the project. It turns out that one team was working in metric units, while the other team was working in imperial units. What that meant was when they were trying to set the course for the orbiter to go around Mars, the wrong course was set, and it ended up actually orbiting too close and disintegrating in the atmosphere. So that was a very costly mistake for NASA, and it actually launched an internal review and audit of their specification procedures. So I'm sure we all have a similar story to this, where poor communication within your team on a project caused a delay or a mistake to happen, and really hits home on why communication is such a critical part of what we do on a day-to-day basis. So all of this plays into the idea of emotional intelligence. As structural engineers, we tend to have a very high IQ and cognitive ability, but the idea of emotional intelligence, which is defined as the ability to recognize and positively manage emotions in oneself and others, and to channel these emotions to problem-solving or decision-making tasks. This is actually the title of a famous book popularized by Daniel Goleman in 1995.